I'm ready. Believe that. You hear me? So before I even dive into the video and really get into the game, first off, shout out, big props, respect to Kurt Cinetti and his staff, to the Indiana players, etc. They came ready, they came prepared, and they came to do the job and play at a high level. Kirk Cinetti is a killer, a true killer, and he produces killers. Kalen DeBoer can learn a lot from him. Heavy, the way he came out there, the way he looked on the sidelines, right? The crazy faces he was making, baby. He damn near looked like a serial killer, but that's what you want out of your head coach. He came to play no games, and you see his intentions, his energy, right? His physicality mentally, his toughness, mental fortitude, his anger permeated through his team. Something Kalen DeBoer didn't do. His team didn't have. When I'm talking specifically about anger, being mad, having a chip on your shoulder. And I ain't gonna cap, they had real grown ass dudes out there, man. Hey, some of them players look about 34, 35 plus. We need to check some birth certificates round yonder. you know? Nah, man, but for real, nah, for real. No excuses. Respect to Indiana, man. Hands down, man down. They came out and handled business. They handled that business, homie, heavy. They were prepared. They were mentally locked in, physically locked in, spiritually locked in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Something the Bama team wasn't. And it starts with coaching. And with that, let's just start with DeBoer. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of talk about DeBoer. Should he be fired? Should he stay? Well, I'm here to tell y'all this. DeBoer probably ain't going nowhere. Now, as far as his staff, Ryan Grubb, some position coaches, etc., they need to get out the building. And DeBoer gonna have to stop all this favoritism bull crap, this politic bull crap. His buddy, his main guy. Forget all that. Kill that noise. It's time for a revamp of this whole coaching staff. Period. Bottom line, bro, from top to bottom. Where does it start? Right, top to bottom. Matter of fact, Greg Byrne needs to demand it be changes from top to bottom, especially in that O-line position, the O-line position coach. We need more tenacity on that O-line. We need more physicality on that O-line, period, bro. And as the offseason goes along, I'm going to get into it more and more. It's going to be a lot more Alabama football talk this year. It's some real out there, but it's a lot of cap in the media and Bama media. You know it, I know it. The whole Bama football world know it. You hear me, dog? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's time for a revamp. Will it happen? Oh, it should be demanded it happens, dog. No cap. Kalen DeBoer, as far as him being fired, though, I guarantee he won't be fired. Why would they fire him? Who would they go to? As far as his job, he saved his job this year with the win over Oklahoma. Period. Bottom line. And as far as the season, we got to admit this Bama team did show progression from last season. Ain't that the ain't that the ideal situation? Huh? Yeah. They went from 9 wins last year, 10 wins this year. Boom. Make the playoffs. They beat Oklahoma, got down early by 17. Now, if they would have lost that game, it would have been room for him to be fired, but they were pretty much playing with house money versus Indiana. Even though it was a piss poor game, inexcusable, unacceptable, no matter how you want to look at it. Heavy. I don't care what you talking about around yonder, huh? Yeah. Bitch, yeah. Inexcusable every time around. But that Oklahoma win saved him, at least for right now. Now, next year, we got to see how it go, baby. But he should be in the hot seat. I repeat, he should be in the hot seat. His ass should be on fire. We need more. We need more. But Kalen DeBoer, he can learn from Cinetti, like I said. We need more from him, man. We need more tenacity, more care. But you watch some of the players post game. I'm going to get in that tomorrow or Saturday, depending on what live I do. When I do a live, stay forward, stay tuned to me doing more lives on Bama, bro. Like I say, this offseason, you hear me, huh? Yeah. But the players seem to still love him, respect him. They feel that he cares about him heavy. You see Lawson got emotional post game. So the belief is there. The players still believe in him and they want him to be around. and let them tell it. He cares about the players and the program, and he wants to win. We can question it at times, right? Right. But at the end of the day, Kalen DeBoer is not getting fired. I repeat, he is not going nowhere, whether you, me, like it or not. Yeah, it's just what it is, man. It's just facts. And right now, it would be doing too much. Bama would be doing way too damn much, bro. Unless they brought Nick Saban back, no. Then you will have more players hit the portal, etc. You got players in the building now, players who have committed, expecting to play for Kalen DeBoer, expecting to be in his system, right? No cap. So them firing him right now wouldn't make no sense for Bama, however you look at it. But Kalen DeBoer has a lot to learn, and he needs to grow, and he needs to pull his pants up and step up, dog. You know, he needs to grow up. It may sound weird, oh, he's a grown man, he's a veteran coach. No, he has growing to do. He failed his team today. His coaching staff failed his team today. Let's go to Ryan Grubb. Ryan Grubb was piss poor. The whole game changed on that 4th and 1. May have been the dumbest play call in college football history. What the hell are we doing here, Grubb? What are we doing here? And we've seen this from him the whole season. First off, he veers away from the run too damn much, bro. Too damn much. I understand your O-line is piss poor and soft at times. They need to be revamped as well. It may be a whole new O-line coming into next year. But sometimes you just got to lean on the run. You got to force the damn run, Grubb. And Grubb refuses to do that. I see why Seattle fired his ass, period. Sometimes with play calling, he just looks lost. Sometimes he looks dialed in. But that 4th and 1 changed the whole game, right? What do I always say, huh? One game, one play can change a whole game, change momentum. And we've seen exactly what happens when momentum changes after a big play. Stupid ass reverse to Bernard. Everybody watching the game, everybody in the stadium knew what the hell was coming. You know what I mean? That's on Grubb, dog. Period. You saw what happened. Then you get Bama building momentum, driving before halftime. Ty Simpson fumbles. I'm gonna talk about him in a minute because he was piss poor as well. But Ryan Grubb failed his team today again. Some play calls was on the money, but majority of the time, nah, bro. Nah, ain't gonna cut it. So his job should definitely be in question. Period. I know him and DeBoer friend, buddy. Forget all that. If he's not the best man for the job, get him up out of there heavy. Let's move to Kane Walmack. Defense played good first part, first half started the game. But once again, how much do you expect from your defense when they're on the field the whole game? I know that first quarter or early second quarter, they gave up that 90-yard drive, but they still held them to a field goal. I know it was still bad defensive play. Indiana ran the ball whenever they wanted to. But like I say, the offense gave them nothing. You scored 3 points, bro. 3 points. With them explosive players, that high-power offense, or it should be a high-powered offense, and you score 3 damn points, bro. You hear me? What do you really expect from your defense? How long do you expect them to hold? They're going to get tired, bro. Attrition is going to set in at every level, right? From middle school all the way to the NFL, the highest level. You have to have some form of complementary football, and we didn't have that today, period. So you can't judge the defense too much, even though Kane Walmack, he needs to be looked at as well. I've been saying it all season. He doesn't have his players in the best position. I feel like they were in the wrong defense for the personnel he had. But, they stick with it. They rock with it. But major changes need to be made, baby. No cap. No cap. Now let's go to Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson didn't play great. It was times where the line had great protection. It was times where Ty Simpson missed some throws. It was times where he scrambled too early, where he didn't trust his O-line enough to stay in the pocket. It was one third down play where he could have thrown Isaiah Horton open, and he just didn't do it. He panicked. He got rattled. And one thing we know about Simpson, you pressure him, you get in his face, he will turn into Kirk Cousins early. No disrespect to him, but he needs to work on that. And if he comes back, it needs to be a competition but he probably will leave. He'll be a third round pick, maybe late second, fourth, early. But as far as him being a first rounder, hell to the no, no, no. His stock has went way down. I understand his O-line. They give up pressure. They can't run the ball. I get it. But there's times where he had good protection and he still missed guys. He still didn't throw receivers open. He had ample opportunities to do something with it. The fumble, piss poor, inexcusable, dog. You hear me? No cap. They should have went with Austin Mack earlier. But if he does come back, it needs to be a true competition. Nothing should be given to him. Period, homie. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think Austin Mack really looked better when he was inserted into the game. You know? Shout out Ron Williams. He actually played solid today. Had some good catches, was catching with his hands. That one catch across the middle slightly. He took the big shot. It should have been targeting right there as well. If you check the replay, boom, dude led with his damn helmet. You hear me? But it's all good. But shout out to Ron Williams for stepping up. You know, stepping up, having a good game, putting it on the line, putting his body on the line. You hear me? Heavy, huh? No cap, yeah. Yeah, man. You know what it is, bro. So, hey, you know, the offseason is here. A lot to be done. We got the portal coming up. What players will leave? What players will stay, right? What players should Bama try to acquire through the portal? I'm going to get into all that, man. Once again, stay tuned, bro. Stay tuned for real. Piss poor performance overall, though, bro. Piss poor performance overall. Inexcusable, man. You cannot perform like that. I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't care how many veterans they had, whatever. Bama had opportunities to take control of the game, opportunities to get points. But it starts with your coaching and it starts with your head coach. You cannot let them live down that 4th and 1 call, man. Come on now. Yeah. We got to be real with it. Tired of the excuses for these dudes. Tired of the woulda, coulda, shouldas for these dudes, huh? Yeah, man. You know? Now, positive, a silver lining, you got a great recruiting class, huh? Develop your players, bring them in, and get them ready. I question player development as well. But the major moves, major things that need to be fixed this offseason, trenches, especially that O-line. I'm hearing rumors, speculations, news that Caden Proctor may leave. Why would he leave? If he would have left, he would have stayed gone. Correct. He got one more year of eligibility. We'll see what happens with that there, man. But yeah, you know what it is. Off season, season done. You can't say a full failure, but hey, the way they played today, tonight, whatever, was piss poor. And it wasn't the standard. They haven't met the standard yet. Bottom line, Roll Tide, full of pride. Fire them comments up. Let me know how you feel about the video, man. You know what it is. Big Skull here. Roll Tide forever. Win, lose, or draw. Yeah. Here we come. Roll Tide.